interesting. I've never thought of that.
That person message. That part.
You want to know what that is?
Scrappy sexy. Yeah.
I always want some motherfucking just wait for my people to just be like, you can have it.
If you want it, you can have it. Girl, give me a filter. Oh, I'm gonna be cute. Hi, y'all. Hi, family. I'm your mom. I'm your daddy. I'm the nigga in the alley. I'm your pusher. What up, family? Let me give this filter. How are y'all? I'm getting ready to schedule these list readings, honey. Two. So I have 12 slots available. It's still, it's still so Anyway, I just like I have heavenly beings on me. That's all. This is a new list. I'm opening up the list right now. All readings will be done on the live. None are for personal. Like, no, none will be done. Like, you just call me by my. Absolutely the fuck not. You can schedule, a different way. These readings. Oh, the rebel. I was getting ready to call you. I was trying to see, is it a go for my daughters too tomorrow? Cause they had asked if it was a go for them to come tomorrow as well. So I was gonna call you, Rebel. Um, so I have 12 slots available, and is $50 as you know to get on this list. You cannot just send your money. I'm going to choose who I feel drawn to. Okay. And we're gonna go from there. Your money must be sent in today. I cannot do that because I've had to reschedule. The last time I opened up the list because people did not send their money in. Okay? I'm just putting you down and I'm going to let you know where I've put you down at. You need to keep up with your date and send over your money, okay? So I have April 20th available. I have 3 slots. I just filled them. If I call your name, April 20th is your date. You need to send over your money, please. Janae Robinson, Nicole Woods, and that's Nicole with the Y, and Melissa Brady. Melissa Brady, Nicole Woods, Janae Robinson. That's April 20th. Okay. The next date I have is May 11th. Now I'm going to choose people for May 11th as well. T. Jefferson. Toshina Kit. Nell Bell. Have I read for you before, Nell Bell? That's May 11th. May 11th. T. Jefferson, Toshina Kit, and Nell Bell. I'm going to need your phone number, so I need you to text me. I need you to text me what your name is on this YouTube. Text me at 513-328-0061 so I can have your number down next to your name. If I don't receive your phone number and your $50 payment, you will be removed immediately from my list. I'm not going to look for you or anything. Let me see what she said. Let's see what I can say. Okay, so tell me if I need to do anything or send you anything, Rebel. Okay. So May 18th is my next date that I have available. And again, these will be in the evening. All of these days are Thursday. Nalia. Mr. Really Though. Mr. Really Though, do you have your money? I know you're a baby. Vivid Dreams. You make sure you guys text me your phone number. Lioness Tish for May 25th. All right, so let me go back to May 18th. May 18th, I have Nalia, Mr. Really Though, and Vivid Dreams for May 18th. If I don't receive your phone number via text with your name and your $50 payment, you'll be removed from my list. Okay? May 25th, I have Lioness Tish down. I have 2 more spots available. Telma G. And Terriana. Okay. So the list is full. So now let me give you the dates again. April 20th, Janae Robinson, Nicole Woods with the Y, Melissa Brady. May 11th, T. Jefferson, Toshina Kit, and Nell Bell. May 18th, Nalia, Mr. Really Though, and Vivid Dreams. I need your phone numbers and your real names for those people and your payment. May 25th, Lioness Tish, Telma G, and Terriana. Okay? So those are the dates that I have right now that are filled for... can I keep this back? Okay, because I don't want to tear it off and lose it. Okay. So those are my people that I have. Okay, you need to text me your phone number and your name, your real name, your YouTube name, as well as send in your $50 payment. Okay. So now I'm going to do something very, very special again. And I'm not going to make a whole big thing because I have something else I'm getting ready to do. So I don't want a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. I'm going to give away one of my tarot oracle decks. Okay, so if you are interested in receiving it, I will need your name and your address where to send this to. Okay, so I'm getting ready to give away this deck. Okay, it's Cash App, Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, or PayPal is how. Okay. Adrian Antonio. I'm so happy to see a gentleman's hand up because a lot of our straight men feel like they can't do spirit work or they can't do tarot readings or they can't do spirit readings and absolutely can. So Mr. Adrian Antonio, congratulations. And if you can send me your address, please text it to me. And you'll be getting a deck, okay? All right. So now, on to the next line of business. I'm going to do some readings tonight. So if you did not get chosen for one of my open days, don't worry. If you got your $50 tonight, you can still get in this thing and get a reading tonight. So Jose was the first person with the deck, the first person to hold the deck, to read from the deck. He read himself today, and the reading was accurate. And then, of course, Aubrey, I gave her a deck for her birthday, and she opened her deck, and she did a reading on herself as well. Now, y'all, how did y'all readings go? How did y'all feel with the deck? Don't lie to me. Just be honest.
Well,
You go first.
my reading was definitely spot on, especially in regards to the deities that have already shown up in my life from aesthetics and stuff like that. Like, it was very accurate on top of um, just a lot of the verbal things that we've talked about in conversation and amongst me getting a reading from Tap In with Tip. Everything co-aligned with those particular readings. And just gave me a little bit more understanding on certain things that's possibly going on. So, but overall, it was good.
Yes. Carbon, would you put my phone number in the chat for the lady that's still asking? I will need the money tonight, Mr. Really Though. I know you're a baby.
Now for me, the reading was really good. Like with Ivy, it coincided with my reading with Tiff. And it also was telling me about my evolution itself, that I've actually been going through with my transformation. Because it's been very rapid and very constant. And I got to see that played out, even my mental and emotional state with things that have gone on. And I got to see that demonstrated out within the cards as well. It was very spot on. It was reading me, like literally reading me.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Because we both, as you was putting down, we were like, and then you pulled some cards for me, and I'm like, Jose, that's spot on. Like, oh, these are so pretty. Tomorrow can't come fast enough. I know. I'm excited to see you. You'll pay for Mr. Really Though? All right. Because he's a baby. Mr. Really Though is 11 or 12 years old. And I chose him because his father is Mr. Really Though, which is Tony Denton. And he used to be in our chat. He's one of our cousins. And he had been in the chat. And I'm like, hey, Tony. And he's like, no, Tony is my father. And he died in a car accident. And I'm like, what? And so he's a baby. He's come to one of our aesthetics, and I just want Mr. Tony Denton to know that we got his son. You know that we got him. So there's so many cards, y'all. I'm just mixing them. Just getting us a good mix. You sent and paid for his. All right, so Mr. Really Though, you are already taken care of, okay? Now, I'm gonna see who's interested in getting the session for tonight on this live. You sent in for his too? Okay, well, it's already been paid for, so um, would you like to, for it to go to someone else, or what would you like for me to do? Nicole McClendon. If you're wanting a session, Nicole McClendon. Okay, so I'll let Adrian's money pay for your session, Nicole McClendon, okay? So can we slow the chat? And then I'll get somebody else, but let's slow the chat for me right now. Okay? So I can start to see her responses. We're going to get into it. Are you ready, Nicole? Slow the chat, please. I need to be able to see her, and then I'll come back, and we'll pick some other people, too, okay? Make sure you have your $50 ready. Okay? I've already drawn 3 cards from the rip already, Nicole, okay? So let me just say my prayer. Wait a minute. Where my stuff at? My blissful oil. I've given them, they have the spray, but I have the roll on. It smells really good. So this is the blissful oil that you can also order. And when we be doing the rituals, that's what this is for when you get ready to use your cards to bless your hands, or you can bless your feet and your hands when we're getting ready to do, or when you're doing your rituals, because some people be like, I don't have any oils. Well, this is for that. Okay, so I show gratitude. Come on, Nicole McClendon. Who smells good to me? All right, I got you, Nicole. So the first card that I drew was the Governor of Wands, and I feel like you have high expectations, and you can also be very impulsive, like kind of just fly by the seat of your pants, kind of just moving really quickly, not necessarily thinking about what the outcome is going to be, just kind of pushing. I think it's because you're also used to being a leader as well, okay? The next one was the Three of Swords. Okay. Mm, grief, repressed emotions, which would make sense because when you're just moving through, you're not allowing yourself to feel what you need to be feeling. You're kind of just going right into shit, just moving through it, not really, you know, allowing yourself to experience every moment of your life. You just kind of pushing through, flying by the seat of your pants. The next card is the Strength card, which is Yosef's card. Okay, um, a lot of self doubt. You're strong, no. They want you to know you can triumphant and be triumphant, and you can get over anything. Um, when you have those tears, Nicole, use your tears. If you don't have any of my Blissful oil spray or rub on, roll on, use your tears to bless yourself, to bring forth the change that you want to see in yourself. Bring forth your tears and use it as your power. I feel like you're not always using your power correctly, Nicole. I feel like sometimes you're using your power, which it works against you, and for some reason. Oh, Levianite, Poseidon, working with the water. Okay. Aquatic energy. Like you work with you can work with the water a lot. That's really funny because they kept saying the tears, and that was one of the first cards, the Three of Swords, the tears. Um, but listen, I keep wanting to acknowledge your grandmother, but I also want to understand this too, Nicole. Who has the mental issue? Who has the mental instability, or who would have had like some sort of depression, bipolar, schizophrenia? Who has the mental thing, Nicole? You also can work with Poseidon as far as not even going out to the water, but going into the tub and like filling up the tub up to your ankles and putting your feet in the water and calling out to Levianite as well as blessing your mom. Okay, gratitude. Okay. Blessing your feet. And as we was talking about blessing your hands and your feet, here comes Levianite. You know, when we bless your feet, you're asking for him to open up the roads for you. Okay. So when you're opening up the roads, you can also do that in the tub, Nicole. Okay. And I think some of this she has a stroke and since then she's not been the same. Does it seem like it's some sort of dementia or something? Um, Santa. Santa Merte. Love and passion. Gratitude for life. I feel like that's what I need to take from these. Um, you want people to pay for the way that things have turned out for you or the way that your life has gone. But it would be in your best interest just to be grateful for still being alive. She only remembered the past. Okay. Being grateful for the time you had with her, time you have with her, the time that you have with self. Like it feels like you need to be more grateful and understanding of where you are right now, inside of your life. The Ace of Wands, you're inside of growth right now, and many things can be a distraction for you. But when you are being distracted, I feel like you need to get back to who you are, get back to yourself. But if you don't even allow yourself to stand in your greatness, you don't even know what you're getting back to. So now you have to go forward inside of that space, reclaiming yourself, understanding what your strength is, your vitality, being an inspiration not only to yourself but to others around you. Um, you can't make people pay for something like the reaping, the reaping, the passion, the retribution. Like it feels like you're upset the way that life has gone. And I completely understand that. Let me listen. Where's the M name? Is that like more? I keep hearing Moors. So I don't know if like someone is saying you come from a Moorish community, like the Moorish people, or if you're connected to an M name like Moor or something like that. Where's that M at? I need to understand. You can work with the water, aquatic energy, strength and greatness, protection. Let's go into it. Double life. Somebody has a double life around you. Monroe is a guy that was like my stepfather. Okay. Understood. Oh, okay. Connected to your mom. Gotcha. Okay. I feel like somebody has a double life around you. I don't know if we're talking about this person. Your great grandmother's Mildred. Okay. I think we may be talking about Monroe though, because that would make sense for me. Um, I don't know if he was living a double life or somebody living a double life right now in your life. It's you who's not choosing to walk in your greatness. Like you're it feels like I hate to say it this way, girl. It feels like you're wanting to put the blame in other places, which it probably does deserve to be that. But it's about what's happening right now. You're living a double life. Absolutely. But you're on a new journey. You're at a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. But you're trying new things, which could be the double life. Health, being mentally drained. I'm feeling a lot inside of my I tried to forgive and forget. Well, it's not working. So I don't know if you're coping by like because sometimes a vice could also be sex, it could be overeating, some sort of addiction that's keeping you like smoking, like whatever that is, um something is keeping you from living your greatest because you're not forgiving the way that you should, but you're on a new journey and it's time for you to try new shit. So I feel like you suffered through some like major heartache, heartbreak. Like something broke your heart. And I know a lot of us go through heartbreak and heartache, but I feel like something broke your heart. Where's the D name at? Like Daryl, Desmond, David, Desiree. Where's that D name at? I smoke all day. Understood. Because that's what that is. That addiction. Where's that D name at, Mama? Also, what's the connection with the heartbreak when it comes to the child or the baby? Um, and the deception. Okay, remember I'm asking you about the DNA because that could be first or last name, and I need to understand that. But I also need to understand the situation when it comes to the baby or the child or the children. Like somebody was being deceptive or there was some sort of deception when it comes to that. It's like Daryl, Darrell, there's a DNA. You're raising your grandchild. Okay. So what's the deception connected to it? Like, my daughter just gave up. Oh, okay. Do you feel like your daughter lied to you about something though? Or about this baby, or like about what she was going to do? Because it feels like there's some sort of lie or deception that was told here as well. Daquan, my mom, ex-husband molested me as a child. Boom. Okay. Understood. So that's where we're going. Okay. Understood. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. That's what the thing in the past is that you have not let go of. Um, mm, Now I understand. And you can't move forward, but you are moving forward, but you're not moving forward, mama. Um, I feel like, no, she just wanted to run the streets. Okay. I feel like, I want you to hear me. Sometimes blessings come in different disguises. And I feel like your grandson is that. Okay. Um, no, Shaylin, and I will return your money because if I don't choose you, that's why I said in the beginning, don't just send your money. Everybody knows you don't just send your money. Um, it feels like, Nicole, like you always feel like you're used or you're being used, but I feel like this grandchild is like in a sense, I don't want to say a saving grace, but in a sense like a saving grace, because sometimes the blessings come in different disguises that we don't necessarily see it as that or understand, because I feel like you needed this child needed you. You're grateful for him, and I love him. Absolutely. So you got to be the greatest blessing in this child's life as well. You can't fix anything from the past. You can only move forward right now, Nicole, because you're on a new journey. But you can't keep pressing forward with the smoking, because that's what you're kind of teaching him. Um, it's kind of instilling laziness in him as well. So you can't do everything for him either, no matter how little he is. You gotta allow him to grow and not be hindered. See, it's a lot to this. It's a lot here. Because it's not that you dropped the ball somewhere raising your daughter, but it's like you didn't see something raising your daughter. Reason why she's performing and showing up to you in her motherhood in this way. Okay. And it's something that needs to be taken into accountability here. Okay. um, when it comes to this, I feel like it goes back to the molestation. It goes back to it and not being fully healed. And the lies and the deception. Is your daughter wish to give her a better life than I do? I understand, but this is the thing. When we overcompensate for something that our children don't know that we're compensating for, you are overprotective. Absolutely. So it comes off as like a hindering, and when they're blocked from doing certain things, then they shoot out and want to run the streets and feel like they're missing something. So now they want to do everything they felt like they didn't get a chance to do. Um, but it also feels like it makes you triggered very, very quickly when it comes to her. You know what I'm saying? And so even when you speak to her, sometimes you're speaking to her in a way that is further triggering her. See, it's bat signals right here all the way around the board. And if we don't correct it right now, we're going to see a whole replay when it comes to the grandson. This has to be you healing the mental draining that you're experiencing, the overly weed smoking, the addiction to that, um, not being grateful for the new journey that you're on, the opportunity. You need to be working with the deities and understand your leadership role and not just being impulsive and just doing shit. Like actually following through with something, making a plan on something, okay? Um, that's the sorrow, trauma, and upset right here from the Three of Swords, though. You don't know your strength. You don't know your power, and that's because you've never wanted to access it. It feels like you want somebody to pay, and you can't make somebody pay for things. You know what I'm saying? If, like, it's a lot of time that's gone by, Nicole. It's only about you killing now. Honestly, that's what this is about. And not being triggered and triggering those who are around you, because it feels like there's an upsetness where you don't know how to talk to your daughter. And it's triggering her because she feels like she's unseen. Three of Pentacles. Bickering and disputes. Misalignment. Changing up the energy and building the wealth. But I feel like when we're building wealth, building life is what I feel like rebuilding yourself is what it is. Understanding who you are. Like being great in your own greatness. That's the only way you're going to be able to teach this baby something, is if you heal yourself and learn how to get along and heal what needs to be healed with you and your daughter. Because it's a lot right there. It is a lot right there. And it feels like it's some of it because of your own pain. Okay. Gratitude, Nicole. Do you understand? And gratitude to Mr. Adrian for that. Okay. Let's see. Gratitude, Miss Nicole. I know you get this, man. You got this. You're going to do well going forward. You just got to believe in yourself. Gratitude, Mr. Adrian. Okay. We're going to choose somebody else. You like to pay it forward. All right. So you want to pay for somebody else's session? Okay, so you can pay for somebody else's session. Quanisha Stevenson. The number for my Zelle is my phone number, 513-328-0061. Miss Quanisha Stevenson. Am I saying your last name right? Miss Nicole Clinton is going to pay for your session because she wants to pay it forward. All right, Quanisha, let's see. The list readings are $50. You can't send your money until you're chosen. I don't want a lot of people sending in their money. So before I even pull any cards for you, Miss Quanisha, immediately what the Spirit says for you is you got to find grace and you got to find forgiveness because you're not forgiving something or forgiving someone. Let's see here. Immediately, that's what I'm told. Let's see. Trust. Love is coming. Love is more than sex. So there's something about that that you need to take a hold of and take a look to. Okay. Death. Death card. So yeah, you may be experiencing, you say your cousin just passed. Understood. Okay. Let's look at the whole message. I'm going to just pull some cards first. Let me see. You got to find some forgiveness, child. Let me pick up all of these. Let's see. Let me just put this on over here. Let's get it. Let's get it started. Oh, oh, oh. Let's get it started. Oh. I'm showing my age. All right. The Empress. Financial issues. Lack gain. Domestic problems. The High Priestess. Guardian of the consciousness. Time to reflect. Your divine feminine. Okay. The Chariot. Scattered thoughts, confidence, self-doubt. A journey. And then Mother Nature, reconnecting with self, sacred energy, re-energize and finding inner peace. But I keep also wanting to acknowledge motherhood for you and like having a baby and different things like that, like a restart. And it could be also the death card for you, experiencing new beginnings and endings kind of rapidly over and over again in different ways. Let's look at it. Because I keep feeling like you're questioning something, like you want to know why. You want to know why something is happening, why things are going in the direction that it is. Eternal rejuvenation. Like you need a pause. You gotta pause. And I feel like love is something that's more than sex. So we're not just talking about relationships. We're talking about love from other people, love in different ways as well. And connecting with yourself, reconnecting with yourself. Let's look at this. So this the other thing, Quanisha. They said you have to stop pushing the envelope with certain things. It feels like you push the envelope because you want to see the reaction or you want to see the response. It don't always necessarily mean that it is in a menacing kind of way, but it feels like that's what you do to get the response. Like you kind of push things. You want to see how people respond. You want to know what the fuck that is or why they're acting that way. So you don't give up. You keep going. But sometimes, child, that is a problem. That's not always like good. Okay. You probably really need to sit in, because you got trust issues. Got it. Maternal care, financial issues, opportunities, and abundance. You say, yes, I understand, child. I get it. Let's look at this. Hey, where are you experiencing the racial issue or something? Is this at a job or like what's the whole race thing or wanting to fight for civil rights for the race issue, or what is the racism or something that's happening or that's going on? What is this? You got to get out of your own way, because just because somebody offer you something don't mean that it's charity work. Like, you have a lot going on. I won't go too fast, but I want to understand. Ooh, girl, the tower moment. You don't know. I got to stop everything. I got to pause. It feels like there's a blame or blame. I hate to call it blame game because that's how they word things sometimes for me. I need to understand, mama, because like, are you experiencing some things and you feeling like it's a race issue, or you're not getting ahead because of the race issue? It's something to do with the race or racism. And there's a tower moment. Tower moment. Chaos and disaster, destruction. Like, I don't know if this is someone that's around you that is being affected by the race issue or the racism or what this is. I need to understand it. And for you, there's also a D name that I need to connect to you as well. I don't know if it's like David, Davino, Della. I don't know what that is. Where's that D name at? Let's get into this. You have a lot of anger and a lot of rage. Maybe my boyfriend, he was at his job. Like, he was experiencing that at his job, racism or something. I don't want to say it's excuses. I don't want to say, yeah, but the dude got fired. Okay. I don't want to say it's excuses, but I feel like, it's a reason behind certain things that's going on. Um, okay. He got fired. Where's the D name at that you connect with? I feel like I'm missing something or missing someone. Is that connected to you or the your boyfriend, the young male that's passed over, that's crossed over? I understand the racism is connected to your boyfriend. Now I want to understand where the D name is, and then I also want to understand. I feel like you got a lot of shit going on, cause you can be mean as shit. Like, you can be mean and very bossy and very demanding. Feels like. But I need to understand. I want to understand what a D name is. My nephew name is Dan. Okay. Let's stop. Why are you so demanding when it comes to the love or your boyfriend? It feels like you're demanding of something here. Like, of course you want to be demanding, yes, treat me right, but it feels like I want you to love me in a way that I have not experienced, and you're going to do that because you're supposed to be, like, it feels like a demand. And it feels like a young male that's also crossed. Side of my head is hurting. I won't. Listen, I don't want to snap at y'all. I'm snapping my fingers because I want you to stop and just back up for a moment. Like, no, for real, just back up, just stop. The singing, the song, playing the music, just stop for a moment, knock it off. I feel like he doesn't want to be here. Don't waste my time. Don't be with me just for the baby. I feel like you are on the verge of a tower moment, of a whole bunch of chaos. Um, it feels like a ball of emotion, and like you really just want everything to kind of just stop for a moment. This is a very dangerous area for you emotionally, because I feel like you're already a ball of anger and rage. And not that you're an angry black woman, mama, but it feels like you're already a ball of rage because you don't know what to do with these emotions. And I totally get it. You don't want to be played with. You don't want your heart to be played with. But it feels like this didn't just start. This didn't just happen. Like this was happening before the baby, before you got pregnant. And you're just seeing it more because now you thought things would have changed or you thought things would be different. And now you're being very demanding and it feels like you're not getting what you're hoping to get and you want everything to just pause for a moment. Because I feel like you're a ball of emotion. You're right. I need to get back loving myself. Yes. There's an energy that's out right now. Yes, you are. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. And other people might not understand why I'm getting ready to bring this up, but I need for you to. Because, Quanisha, when you get upset, you the fuck get upset. And there's an energy that they have now downloaded into this matrix. And it is of self-sabotage. I just got a call yesterday from one of our cousins. Her son has siblings from his father's side. And one sibling, female, has stabbed her brother to death in an argument about nothing because of the rage energy. And because you are a ball of emotion with frustration, I don't want you to get beside yourself or overwhelmed with anger, because when you get angry with him, you get really angry. And it feels like this person, in your words, knows how to get you angrier than anybody else in the world. This sister just stabbed her brother in the chest about an argument that she started. When her brother came in the house, she started punching and hitting on him. And when he walked up on her, she told him, "I'm going to kill you," and she did just that. I need for you to reassess yourself, your anger, for you to not have this tower moment. This is your intervention right now to where you're not going to go into this state of chaos because you're already in it. And the confusion inside of your mind where this person gets you very upset. And it feels like you don't know what to do. Like, this, he don't know I will fuck him up. Like, it's not worth it. You need to get back to you. You need to get back to self and understanding. Release some of that rage by doing something that you love. Exit from that program. You said that's the second sibling's death this week. They had two sisters who did the same thing. This is what I'm saying. Spirit ain't never wrong. Spirit ain't never wrong. I need for you to just exit this program and go into another program by downloading a different app in here, mama. You have baby, and you need to reprogram yourself. Find what's interesting to you. Find what you're going to be wanting to do with yourself. This relationship can't be the only thing. She choked her older sister to death. Okay? I show gratitude, Quanisha. Well, before I let you go, though, I want to understand, where's that young male that's crossed at? Is that connected to you or to your boyfriend? Yes.
No, like this next.
Oh. I would really enjoy a delicious salad with some boiled eggs. I need to understand. Okay, let me listen because I want to understand because this is coming up and I need to acknowledge this. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go, Quanisha, because I need to understand real quick. Who in here is connected to the man or the young male that may have died on a motorcycle, something going out of town on the bike, something about going out of town on the bike or being, it's getting colder and colder in this motherfucker.
Sure is.
Or being on a motorcycle or something, may have been going out of town or was out of town and passed away. Also, oh, oh, may have had something happen to the stomach, and would also be connected to an R name as well. May not be that person, but may be connected to that person. I also want to acknowledge like a name like Big Rich, Big Rick. Gratitude, Quanisha. Big Rick, Big Rich, Big something. But I really need to acknowledge this. I don't know if this is recent. Just tell me if you understand it. Where you trying to go? Anika, you say you understand? I need to understand this because I keep seeing somebody like years ago. Okay. Oh, you were just joining, Anika. Okay, you was just waving greens. Okay, so Blissful, tell me how you understand, and tell me what do you understand from what I'm saying? Because I need to acknowledge this. What up, Bama boy? Just give me a minute, y'all. My husband's father rode bikes. Listen, if you want to answer me this entire thing, I'm really probably going to find you in somewhere in reality and choke you out. Okay, you say was in many accidents, then died of a massive heart attack. There's some things very specific that I said besides the motorcycle. There would be an R name connected, something about going out of town or being out of town, but I feel like would have been connected to the passing or the on a motorcycle or something. Like it's very specific information. I just need to understand. Okay, my husband name is Rick, his son. Gotcha. So does he also ride bikes or what is it? And then is your husband the tall, thick, um he lived out of town when he died. Okay, gotcha. Um, okay. So is that your husband or your father-in-law that's like the thick? Do not come into my chat trying to read. Absolutely. Do not come into my chat reading. Absolutely not. My husband is tall and he is sick. Okay, understood. Understood. Let's see here, Blissful. Said he used to be thick, my husband. Okay. He stand out. Okay. Mm. Okay. So hold on. Hold on, Blissful. Drawn to your name this entire time. They was gonna get you in. I kept ignoring your name, and not on purpose. Just was trying to see what else and who else. But I guess they was like, "Bitch, we see it." I've been drawn to your name this entire time. So I guess he was like, "Bitch, you gonna do what I?" Cause I'ma just come in and just create a. Y'all kind of look like they go together because y'all are in a space right now. Mm, grow a little bit more spiritually. Which which one am I talking about? You or your husband that is trying to understand themselves spiritually or is lacking inside of that spiritual development and growth? That's trying to grow spiritually right now and understanding themselves on that level of spirituality. The other card was the unhappiness. That's you. Okay. I feel like you're in a difficult period because I know you want to be there for your husband and you don't like that he's going through this right now, but it also feels like there's something that's resentful um with you. You know, it's like we're trying to get ourselves to a good level and now you're sick. And now it's like something else and I feel like you don't know how to handle that or you don't know how to go about this because you feel a specific way about his illness, but you can't blame him for being sick. But at the same time, um, it's making you feel like that. And I feel like you can't say it or you're not sleeping and it's affecting you mentally and emotionally. It's the energy, you guys. I'm sorry, the energy is super high right now. You say it's the voice and facial expression like somebody else is trying to come through. I'm gonna repeat it because I don't know how much you heard before it started buffering and stuff. But what I said was like, um, the resentfulness of him being sick, like the resentfulness of him being sick, wanting to live a better life and a different life, and you not wanting to blame him for being sick, but the fact that he is sick is kind of hindering. Like we went from like loving each other, but also having a rocky relationship to loving each other, but being in this space of illness, and now we still are not being able to enjoy the relationship and enjoy each other. So now it's coming off as being resentful. And I feel like it's keeping you up. You're not able to really move inside of like the way you want to. Mm. It's also creating a lack, domestic issues, financial issues. I feel like you get very frustrated because you like, I feel like you have to go in the bathroom and like let it out, release it, cry it out or something in the bathroom, but it just feels like anger. So what we gonna get, y'all? It feels like anger. So y'all, yes, I try not to, but it's been very hard. I so get it. It's mental confusion, unhappiness. It's a domestic issues. You're trying to develop spiritually, but it feels like it's a lot, and I so get that. And I don't want you to like be so harsh on yourself or blame yourself. He's been sick for over 20 years, so y'all ain't even been able to enjoy because it's been one thing after another. Oh, there is something in your soul that you are fighting, and I feel like it keeps you up at night or it wakes you up out your sleep. You can't tell anyone that you feel this way. And listen, let me tell you something, and let me be completely transparent with you, Blissful Soul. Um, it is a human feeling and emotion to want free from this by any means necessary. And you sometimes you have a hard time forgiving yourself for the very thoughts that you sometimes feel about this, and going through all of this and wanting to be angry, and not to mention the other shit that goes on even with family. It's okay even admit it, because that's a natural emotion. Because I feel like it's other shit that goes with it, like you don't even get credit, like, or the family also feels like come up against you about shit. It just feels like it is a lot. And I so get it. I so get it. Um, you cannot, don't beat yourself up. I feel like his father came in to let you know that this is all right. It's okay. And sometimes you got to just move the way you feel like you need to, because you love this person. And sometimes when we take oaths, we say through richer and poorer and sickness and health. But when it's more sickness than it is health, I understand that sometimes we can feel a specific way. Okay. Um, so you got to really just kind of do what it is that you need to do to feel fulfilled, because you aren't ill. And your life still has to go on. And that's just the truth of it. That's the truth of the matter. I'm going to let them pull that energy back from you from that, okay? I want you to just move forward with that. Gratitude to you. Gratitude. I want to take I'm going to do a $10 question. You can ask one question. You say you want to send something. You definitely can. My Cash App is $AWWTA. Gratitude. Mr. Deontay, is it? You want to do the $10 question? Because we're getting ready to go. We got to go and get something to eat before things close. Let's see. Let's see. Natasha Harrison, you want to do the $10 question? In order for you to get a reading, you got to go to my website and schedule at awalkwiththeancestors.com. I'm booked out till June. Okay, Natasha, send your $10 to a WWTA Cash App, and I'll take your question, Natasha. Let's see. Evan, I'm going to pull a card for you, Evan. I'm going to pull one card for you, Evan. Let's see. While I wait on Natasha. Well, that card keeps coming out. So, Evan, I pulled the High Priestess. It's time for you to reflect as well. It feels like, Evan, you be passive about a lot of things, but then your temper gets the best of you, and you feel like you're not being heard, but you don't see how you show up to yourself and allow yourself to be overlooked. You're allowing yourself to be overlooked, Evan. You're allowing this, so you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting what you come with. You're not just somebody's baby factory. You're not just somebody's girlfriend. You have more to you, but until you understand your greatness and wake the fuck up and knock it the fuck off, Evan, things are going to keep showing up to you that way because you're allowing it, and they want you to see your greatness in the space that you're in. And so because you don't know that, you're not showing up to yourself correctly, Evan. And that comes with this again, like these cards. These cards, yes. These cards keep coming out. So this means you're still having a maternal issue, children, family kind of thing, which goes with this. So if you don't even know how you're showing up and allowing people to be inside of your space, Evan, you got to fix some things. You need to look at some shit. People are showing up any kind of way, even in relationships. You're looking for the Cash App name, $, all caps, AWWTA. All right, let me do somebody else. What? Oh. Ooh. Let's see. All right. I hear you, 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 I hear you. So, Carbon, I feel like I have your father present. Let me go ahead and pull this card for you, Carbon. Because I feel like I have your father. Child, I said I was going to pull one card. They didn't pull down 3, child. Okay. I feel like I have your father present, Carbon. Why does this card... Y'all seen me tuck this in. This motherfucker done came out again. I tucked this in. It came out again. Okay, Natasha, I got you. So a couple things, because you also got the Hangman, okay? You're inside of a metamorphosis. Your father is watching over you, right? He is kicking up your spirituality. He's kicking up your spiritual gifts. Your intuition is going up high, and it's time for you to break old patterns. It's something looking at yourself feeling like, I don't know if that was today or yesterday, that you're resembling your father more and more, or it's something about your father that you're like acting or it's looking like your father more and more. Um, and it's like you wanting to get rid of the passiveness. Um, like you're trying to trust yourself. You're trying to open your gifts. You're trying to see yourself from a different light. To break old shit. Um, uh, the star, renewed faith. Okay. Um, the loss of enthusiasm, but you're trying to gain that back. Purpose, calming your energy, despair, renewed faith. Like you're trying to do a lot of things differently. But this is the thing: you're great all in yourself, Carbon. You're learning to stand in the power of who you are. Um, you're learning to love every freckle on your face. You're learning to love every stretch mark around your arm. You're learning to love every piece of you and understanding you, and you're wanting to see yourself differently. It's almost like you're wanting a transformation. You wanting to see yourself in different clothes now. You know what I'm saying? Like more clothes. Like it's okay for you to shop. I feel like it's time for me to say that to you. Like it's okay for you to shop. It's okay for you to spend money on yourself. It's okay for you to see yourself in a different light as well. Your father loves you. Um, I don't know if he had a breathing issue, but I keep hearing I can breathe or I breathe better now or something. I need to say that there's also a grandfather or a great grandfather that's so present. Somebody is either very like looking white on one of these sides of your family or something. They also saying like naval, so I feel like somebody was in the military as well. Expect something about this part of it. He's saying relook at this or readjust this. They're still trying to make this work, understand this, connect for instant. He's saying, okay, yeah, I saw you said it's buffering, but I don't know how much you heard of it. But it's the frames. Your father's talking about the frames, the Kakusa specs. He's saying something about it locking into place. The lenses locking into place. He says connect four, almost like a insert or something. He's talking about relook at the frame again. Look at this part again. He says don't get frustrated. Um, it's like you have, it's either you're going back and forth in your mind about two different um designs or two different utilities of it. He says you can do both. You can do both of them. Okay? Okay. Now, Natasha, give me a question. What's your question, Natasha? $10 question. Let me have it. Okay, Natasha, I see you say your mother. That's not a question. That's not a $10 question. I said you must have a question or I'm going to refund your $10, mama. I said, what's your question? Not your mom. We're not going to do that. That's a $50 session. What is your $10 question? If you don't have a $10 question, I'm going to refund it for you. And Shaylin, I'm going to refund yours as well. Your payment for your list reading. You say, shall I start this business I've been looking into for a few years? Got it. So the first thing, because I already had the answer to your question, I already drew the cards. So so this is the thing. Um, It's actually two questions, okay? And I'm gonna give you the answer to both. I feel like your mom has something physical going on. Mom didn't like either there was something physical or she didn't take care of herself very well. Tell me if you understand first. Okay. Because I feel like she had something physical going on and she didn't take care of herself very well or something. But it feels like you can make a difference in your life. So even if you do start the business, you have to stand up and you have to embrace your eternal soul. And going into everything that you want to do. So you can't just sit by and live your life on a humble, okay, and not pushing forward. I feel like your mom like had some things. I don't know if she's crossed, but I feel like she had some things physically going on and not necessarily lived her life to the fullest in what you should do. So yes, do the right thing, mama. Do the right thing and start your business and live your life fully because that is what you owe to yourself. Okay? You owe that to yourself. And know that your mom loves you very, very much. Even if sometimes you did not see it, feel it, or was shown it, the love is still there, very real. And I need you to understand that. Um, I also need to say, because this is what I hear, that getting back on your feet is not easy, but I feel like you've had to do it a few times. Either starting over or getting back on your feet, you've had to do it a few times. And so, like, it's scary for you to even take this chance of starting this and going out on this limb. But you're being procrastinating doing this because of the fear of failure. Um, Natasha, where's the L name at? Like Louis, Louise, Linda. Where's the L name you're connected to, Natasha? Choosing love. You say Lorenzo, your brother. Okay, understood. Um, your mom is crossed. She's crossed over. Cause she also keeps saying, now EP, you know what's my name, EP? What's my name, EP? Cause I know you know. I had to say this to you before. What's my name, EP? You say yes, she's crossed. Okay. It makes perfect sense because this is what I also keep hearing. Gratitude, EP. This is what I keep hearing, Natasha. She keeps making me feel like I need to say to you, I know or I didn't know. Okay. Um, she keeps saying she didn't know you suffered so much. She didn't know you were so unhappy about some things. And it feels like even if I knew certain things, I don't know if I knew would have known how to handle it or what I would. But it feels like only you can make the choice right now, okay, to live your life differently. So if starting a business is going to be what you need to go forward and be great, then that's what you need to do, Natasha. Okay? I show gratitude to everyone, you guys. So let me go back over this really quickly. April 20th, Janae Robinson, Nicole Woods with the Y, Melissa Brady. May 11th, T. Jefferson, Tashina Kitt, Neil Bell. May 18th, Nalia, Mr. Really Doe, and Vivid Dreams. May 25th, Lioness Tish, Telma G, and Terriana. Okay? Everybody that I called your name, you should have already sent me your text message with your phone number, and I should have already received your payment for your session. Okay, gratitude, Telma. And then Adrian Antonio for the free deck of cards that I will be sending out. I need your address. Make sure you get that to me, sir. and gratitude for the payment. So Mr. Really Doe is already paid up. Okay. So let me put, he's paid already. Mr. Really Doe is paid already. So everybody else needs to make sure that they have already sent in their payment, okay? All right. All right. You already sent your address. Okay, everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon. Solitude Day Walk. Level 7.